Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.
We're excited to partner with Patterson Legal Group in our latest edition of Giving Back, where local nonprofits are recognized for the great work they're doing to make our communities better places to live. Patterson Legal Group recognizes a new nonprofit and presents them with a $500 check. This week, we're proud to spotlight the Bridge of Topeka. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Tyler from Patterson Legal Group. This week's Giving Back recipient is The Bridge. I'm here with Chris, Janae, and Beth. Chris, tell us a little bit about the group.
So The Bridge is a mentoring program for kids who are experiencing hard things in their life. We match loving, caring adults with kids who need a friend.
I can't imagine any more important work. And for all the great things you guys do, we're excited to give you a check for $500.
And joining us now is Chris Stewart with the Bridge of Topeka. Good morning.
Good morning, Dane.
Great to have you on the show. I want to start out for our viewers. Give us a little history of Bridge of Topeka now.
So the Bridge was founded in 2008. A group of us were attending church together and took seriously something in the prophet Jeremiah talks about seek the peace of the city. And we just really wanted to get outside the four walls and do something. And so we started an after-school program for at-risk kids in central Topeka.
That's great. I just love the idea that you come together and you want to be active. You want to be proactive for the city. And you guys did it. You guys put this program together. So now, what's this program looking like? What kind of services are you providing for these kids?
Early on, we shifted into away from an after-school program model to a mentoring model. And so we've got two main programs now. One is called Lunch Buddies, and volunteer mentors are matched with children recommended by the school as needing a safe, loving adult to just come and have lunch with them. And it's a really neat program. The mentors often will say to me, "Man, I don't know if the kid's getting anything out of this, but this is great. Thank you." So Lunch Buddies, and then our other program we call Life Buddies, and it's a paid professional mentors are matched with children who've been recognized mostly by the schools, by parents, by medical professionals as having a high possibility of negative outcomes in their life. And so we match them early in kindergarten. They're matched with one of our mentors, and we make a 12-and-a-half-year commitment. We're going to follow them and stick with their family until that child graduates high school.
Wow, 12-and-a-half-year commitment. That is stunning. What's these 12 years look like for some of our mentors?
Well, this is a pilot project for us, and so we really think it's going to move the needle for kids, for families that are living on the margins. And so it's been interesting. It's been heartbreaking. I've been to court for DCF investigations more times than I want to, but we really see children just come to life. I believe that we're hardwired for connection, and kids who are experiencing neglect and other hard things, they just need safe, loving adults to come along and smile at them, love them, say, "Hey, you're safe," and play with them.
Of course. And you said this was a pilot program. How long have you guys been doing this program for?
We're 3 years in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's wonderful. Only 3 years in, you're already kind of seeing this budding relationship form.
Yes.
And I think we take for granted just how simple having just a shoulder to lean on is so important.
Yeah, it's important in my life. When I look back at my childhood, I can see different adults who came along, and it's almost like I have a filing cabinet in my head, in my heart. And when I face a difficult situation, I can open up the drawer and pull out the file of Dr. Hufford. I can pull out the file of other adults who stepped into my life and say, what would they do in this situation? And it's amazing what a difference that makes.
Fantastic. And now with the kind of commitments, 12-year commitments, you guys are making all these lunches, how's the donation from Patterson Legal Group able to help your guys' mission out?
So we just got a load of mulch and compost. We're starting a community garden on our campus there at 8th and Clay, and we try to provide healthy snacks for our kids And so this is one of the ways that we're going to teach them about food, teach them about nutrition, and just have fun together.
I love that. I love hearing about the community gardens and becoming a part of it, helping to raise the food that you want to eat later.
Yes.
It's such a wonderful kind of program like that. So it's great that you're able to put something like that together for the kids out here. And now, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? Say, like you kind of mentioned how kids are recommended to you from the schools. Yeah, what can people do to kind of, if they need a little bit of mentorship?
So bridgeoftopeka.org talks all about us, and down at the bottom of the first page is a contact us page. And yeah, we'd love to hear from them.
What's it mean for you to be a part of the organization, to to see the kids, be a mentor and to help the kids out?
Yeah, it's well, you're an author, and one of the things that I think about as I'm working with our kids is character development, as an author would, and I get to be there live and in person as children are developing their character and wondering what's going to happen to them as they face different obstacles in their lives, helping them process some of the trauma that they're experiencing in life. And so it's been wonderful. Like reading any good novel, there's heartbreaking moments. I remember 6 months ago or so, a kid, I'll call him Jalen, spent the night on the street with his mom. They were put out of their house and couldn't find him. I did not sleep well because I was all the worst case scenarios in my mind. What's going to happen to him? Got up the next morning, went looking for him at 7 a.m. Eventually was able to find him. They survived the night. So heartbreaking. But also really wonderful, because I've seen him go from, just a terrified little boy into this, he's still a boy, but, growing in confidence, in ability to articulate what's going on in his life. And it's just, it's like people are better than video games. It's fascinating and heartbreaking and wonderful, and yeah, it's good.
It sounds truly amazing. And can you speak on the impact you've seen the organization have on the community, having since 2008? I know the pilot program has been going on for a few years now, but even before that, I'm sure you've seen some kids grow up over these years.
Yeah, and it's one of the challenges I have is trying to figure out how to tell the story while guarding the dignity and the confidentiality of the kids. And so it's kind of like in every main character, Skywalker, it's not about Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so he's the main character. And so we've seen one of our kids was graduated high school in 2018, went off into the Army, and now is working in the Topeka Police Department. Just over and over again, watching kids live their story and be heroes. It's been great.
It's such a wonderful program. Kind of being just that shoulder to lean on, a safety net at times, just to be there to offer support, because I've said it before, we take for granted not having that kind of support. And so it's wonderful when you're able to fill those little holes in people's lives.
Agreed.
And now I'm kind of curious, how can other people help out your mission as well with this?
So on our website, bridgeoftopeka.org, we've got a place people, if they're interested in exploring becoming a mentor, there's a tab on our Lunch Buddies page. You can sign up and become a volunteer mentor. And then, of course, we're paying our mentors to do this work, and so there's a page if somebody wants to make a donation.
Amazing. Men, women, anybody can be a mentor?
Anybody can come.
Okay.
Women gravitate to this naturally, so fellas, come on out.
Yes.
But it's a lot of fun. Just get to play Connect 4, play Uno with kids during lunchtime. It's fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah, I was going to ask, what's this like? What's the lunch kind of look like? What the activities you guys make? What the activities you guys do to offer this kind of support and mentoring?
Well, the lunch goes fast, and so they don't get to do a lot, but a lot of Connect 4, play Uno. We have different board games that they'll play, but really it's just about connection. I believe we're hardwired for connection, and that's the #1 way to heal trauma is to connect with a safe, loving adult.
Wonderful. Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And thank you for all the work you guys are doing out there in the community. I know it means a lot to people and families out there.
You bet. Thanks, Dane.
And of course, again, everyone, if you want to learn more, you can visit bridgeoftopeka.org.
Giving Back, sponsored by Patterson Legal Group.